Hey guys, this is Zyori from hypercrew.com coming at you with another live interview from MLG Anaheim 2011. I am here with none other than EG's Axslav. Axslav, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I've been playing well lately, and we had the practice in Chino Hills going, and I'm feeling pretty good for this tournament.
All right, so you've been at all the MLGs in this circuit so far this year. What are your thoughts about this event in particular, especially StarCraft being on the main stage over Halo?
I mean, it was obvious they were going to do it. Even at the last MLG, even though Halo was on the main stage, there were so many more StarCraft fans. As soon as Halo stopped playing, they put StarCraft on all the screens, and it was still packed. StarCraft is the game to play right now, and the main stage is the best place for it to be.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it was definitely the right decision, as StarCraft is just exploding. And we needed the more chairs, I think, was the big problem in StarCraft last time. But unfortunately, you're not in the pool play. How do you feel about the open bracket and working your way through that to get into that final championship bracket?
The open bracket's going to be really tough. There's a lot of good players. There's 5 pro Koreans in open bracket. I think I'm actually kind of excited to play some of the Koreans. I know it's really likely, since there's 5 of them, I'll run into 1 or 2 of them. And I have not much experience against the Koreans in StarCraft 2, so I'm looking forward to playing some games against them and seeing how I measure up to them.
Yeah, and that's a great opportunity to actually be able to play the Koreans and not on the lag of trying to play on the Korean ladder through North America. So talk to us a little bit about training with EG recently. I know you guys all came together. You had a bit of a warm-up LAN. Can you talk to us a little bit about your progress at that particular event?
Yeah, actually, we were all in Chino Hills for about the last week practicing, and they had a tournament at the LAN Center on, I think it was Saturday, just a couple of days ago, and I was able to get 3rd there. So that really was a big boost of confidence. The only people who placed better was Sen and Idra, and they're obviously, probably the 2 best Zergs outside of Korea, so it's no shame losing to them. And I think I've been playing well. I've been doing practice games, and I've been measuring up against every race pretty well. Last MLG had some problems against Terran, and I don't have those problems anymore, so I'm feeling pretty good.
All right, well, great. We'll be able to keep an eye on you, and hopefully you get through that open bracket somewhat easily and can make it through to that final day. I know at the last MLG, a lot of players on your team were saying that you're one of the greater Protosses and you have a lot of potential, and to expect big things in future MLGs. So do you think this could be your event for those big things to come?
I think it could be, but the open brackets is so tough. Only 4 people make it out into the pools, and there's a lot of really good players. I think I have a good chance, but I don't think there's any one player who you can actually say, this guy's going through the open bracket. It's tough enough. There's no one who's guaranteed.
Yeah, that's certainly a little bit scary. So talk to us a little bit about the new EG gaming house coming up. Are you going to be living there full time?
Yes, I'm actually moving there in 2 weeks, so that's going to be really fun. I've actually never had any situation remotely close to this where you're living with people who just play games every day. So it'll be really exciting. I think we're going to benefit a lot as a team, having everyone there so people can kind of coach each other in person. It's also motivation. When you're playing by yourself, you have a bad loss or you're just feeling lazy, you can go slack off. But if you're with a team and everyone else is training hard, and you feel kind of bad unless you're training hard too. So everyone will kind of psychologically push each other. It'll work out well. Yeah,
that's a great way to look at the gaming houses, and I think it could certainly take your team. I mean, EG is already one of the greatest teams in StarCraft, but keep you guys at that top level and potentially to compete in the Korean leagues. Do you guys have any plans to head over to Korea or try to set up a house over there that you could talk about?
I don't know of any plans, but I don't think we would do that. There's so much, the scene in North America and Europe is just exploding so fast, and there's so many houses already in Korea. Us having the first real pro gaming North American house is going to be huge. I think we're just going to stick with this for a while.
Well, that's great. It's certainly good to hear from us fellow North Americans that are trying to see the North American scene explode, hopefully as quickly as it has in Korea. So do you have any last shout-outs for us before we wrap it up?
Well, I have to give a shout to everybody who likes me. And, of course, my sponsors, Intel, SteelSeries, Kingston, Monster Energy Drinks, Six Pool Gaming. They're all great. They support us, so, everyone who supports them indirectly supports us.
That's exactly right. The sponsors are what make all of this possible, as well as all of the fans out there. So how can your followers get a hold of you? I don't know if you have a Twitter these days, but is there any way your fans can get a hold of you for maybe some coaching or just to pass on some words of wisdom?
Yeah, I actually do coaching. I don't advertise it too much, but anyone who messages me on BattleNet, EGAxslav, character code 331. So you guys spam me too much, I'll block you, but you just ask me for coaching, it's fine. I could always use more students. I'm also on Team Liquid under Axslav, so you can PM me there. I told myself if I did well in a big event, I would start a Twitter. So I figure if I make it into the pools and do well enough in them to stay in the pools for next time, I might start up some of that media content.
All right. Great. We'll certainly keep an eye out for that, and good luck to you in this event. Hopefully you do well, and we'll certainly keep tabs on your progress. And guys at home, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at HyperCrewTV for constant updates. We'll be giving you updates on all the largest teams, and of course we'll be following Axslav very closely to report how he does in the open bracket. So stay tuned, and we'll bring you guys another interview in just a couple of minutes.